Hello and welcome to off-season NBL overtime. I'm Liam Santamaria. I got my man Homicide Williams with me right here, and no Cam Luke, under the weather, and we send our best wishes out to Cam for a speedy recovery. But we're going to play a little two-man game.
We got this.
Little pick and roll action here. It's the off-season, but there is a lot going on. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix making a massive splash in absolutely owning the first 48 hours of free agency. Sydney re-signing a bunch of their guys, and we wait with bated breath to get word from a bunch of other teams around the league. Also, LaMelo Ball potentially coming down under to play potentially in the NBL. Corey, let's start with the Phoenix. Ty Wesley and Adam Gibson, bang, bang, to open free agency. Our man, the Grizzle Man, making a splash.
Beautiful. I mean, the grown man is back on this side of the pond. You know, you have a veteran in Adam Gibson, battle-tested, proven, had a really good season last year. Those are two really good pickups for the Phoenix.
Ty Wesley in particular. There were some teams that, I mean, it was the first maybe 4 or 5 hours into the start of free agency, and they just went, bang, we've signed him up. We've locked him up for 2 years plus 1 with a club option. So it's a 2-year deal as far as Ty's concerned, a 3-year deal as far as the club's concerned. But look, I know Melbourne United wanted to have a conversation. Certainly the New Zealand Breakers were keen to bring him back, and Southeast Melbourne Phoenix tied him up. Now, he's 32. I think he'll be 33 by the time the next season starts. But he's already got that kind of old man game about him. Do you feel like he's going to age well at this level? And do you like all the aspects of that signing?
I like all the aspects of that signing. I'm going to give you even a better one. I'm sure he's working on the citizenship. Make no mistake about that. So when he might get the citizenship sooner than we believe. So understand, I'm sure T Grizzy, our guy, knows that and has that up his sleeve. So it's going to be an amazing look, man. This is how you want to start off your free agency if you're the Phoenix. Like, those are two great pickups.
And it's, I think, just looks good. I mean, it's great PR to just go whack the first 2 days, announce 2 big signings, and say we are not messing around. And they are 2 championship guys stating their intention. Yeah, we might have missed out on Nathan Sobey, and yeah, we're not exactly sure what's going to go on with Mitch Creek, but clearly the Phoenix is saying we're going to sign up some big names and go after this thing. Adam Gibson, do you like that one?
I like Adam Gibson. You know, he could step in and start as a point guard or come off the bench as a backup. Quality veteran backup point guard. Point guard, period.
The other team, we haven't had much else come out from the rest of the league since Monday morning, but late last week, ahead of the deadline for picking up options or re-signing your own guys, the Sydney Kings were able to lock in a couple of guys. They re-signed Brad Newley quite early in that piece, but it was, wow, the clock was ticking. It was right at the 11th hour when they were able to get something done with Kevin Lish and also re-up with Daniel Kickett and Tom Wilson. Kevin Lish, how important was it? Look, conversations take place during that time. I mean, he wasn't officially a free agent, but there was, there was some water testing going on. But how important was it for the Kings in particular to bring him back in particular?
I mean, Kevin Lish right now could start for every other team in the NBL at that 2 slot. So to have him at your luxury, first of all, a former Kings player already, why would you even risk him going anywhere else? That's just as important as re-signing Brad Newley.
Jerome Randall, we've got him up right here behind us. We've got a bunch of free agents right behind us. Do you see them bringing him back?
Jerome Randall's not coming back. That relationship does not work. Didn't work well. Jerome Randall and Andrew Bogut, so he's not coming back. However, I'm hearing some things.
Ooh. About the Kings?
No.
Oh.
About Jerome Randall.
Okay.
Maybe there is a chance he might be in South Australia.
Back in South Australia.
Maybe.
Man won an MVP there.
Man won an MVP there. Maybe it's not as much of his long shot as people may believe.
Are we certain?
Could be an opportunity. Could be an option.
Are we certain Joey Wright wants him back in South Australia?
Maybe that can happen.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
I'm just saying, you know, I heard something.
Okay, because do we have Mello Trimble up here? No, I wouldn't mind seeing Mello Trimble in that.
Maybe. He'd be over there.
Under Joey Wright in that system where he just lets him go to work. That would be quite fun. Speaking of fun, LaMelo Ball. The old man got in front of the camera and on the mic and he spelt out a bit about what his plan is. Here's the quote. I'm going to let you know the plan now so everyone can just stop. He went on to talk about, I don't want him playing in the G League where older guys are going to try and make a name going after him. He said he's definitely going overseas, either Australia or China, one of the two.
This is not a cupcake league. So for him to even say, I don't want old guys trying to make a name off of him, what do you think is going to happen in Australia? You know what I mean? Clearly, he hasn't done his research on this league. He just knows that program that we have implemented in the NBL with the young guys coming over, that's what he knows.
Right.
To the extent of the league, how strong this league is, he doesn't know. I don't believe Australian basketball culture is ready for him. Him meaning his dad.
Right.
Okay? People have an issue with me. And I am not even nowhere near his dad.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. Have we heard anything from his dad this year?
It's been pretty quiet.
You know why? I'm pretty sure there was a gag order on him with the Lakers.
Right.
Now Lakers season is done. Ironically, does his first interview.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Back
so if you think about that. We want you away. The best thing that happened to his son in LA was that they went overseas with the BBB to Europe last year.
Right.
Now they're playing in a third division in Europe. His son was able to do whatever he done. Who's he playing against? Yeah, I get it. He's young. Fair enough. He's a high schooler, you know, and he got game. But his coach has always been his dad or in favorable positions. What team would he fit in Australia? Who's going to let him play? As soon as one thing occurs, what's going to happen? His dad is going to go with it. Who wants to hear that in Australia?
Well, look, the counter-argument, what you'll hear from people is the publicity. You know, he's such a big name. In terms of the publicity you could drive here, because he gets out there, he says controversial things and the like, and then globally, do we want that? Do we need that? Are you into it?
Listen, this league is already a world-class league. People are going to look at it. I believe, and this ain't even no offense, I believe that people will start thinking, then it's a gimmick. That waters down the respect that this league is working extremely hard to build.
Okay.
What coach? Okay, let's go down the line real quick, all right? First place team is who? Perth. He's not going there. Second place team, United. He's not going there. Third place team is who?
Well, Brisbane.
Brisbane. He's not going there. Fourth place team is who?
Who did Melbourne beat in the...
Sydney.
Sydney.
Okay? He's not going there. Okay? The big dog came out and said that already.
Yep.
Now let's go
Adelaide.
here. Fifth place, Adelaide. Joey Wright against Ball. Are you kidding me? That's a fist fight. He's not going in.
New Zealand.
Sixth place. That's not happening. Seventh place.
Illawarra.
That's not happening.
Oh, not happening?
It's not.
On the beach?
I don't believe that.
Okay.
That's not a big enough team. I'm sure he's going to want him to go to a big market team.
What about in the tropics?
Eighth place, Cairns. That's not happening. You're not going to be able to. He'll get fired after the following year.
There's one other.
He's not going with Tommy's definitely not having that. You kidding me? Tommy have a heart attack dealing with that.
Okay, so it's not a thing.
Where is he going to fit?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
I'm just saying who's going to want to. Forget me.
Yeah.
Who's going to want. Who can handle that? That's just what I want to know. Who?
Yeah.
What team can handle that? If people at times think about it. I went and said 2 donuts. Jason Kadid belong in NBL 1. The place went crazy. What's the name? What do you call it? The NBL Players Association called the front office.
Right.
2 donuts. He belonged in NBL 1. They went crazy, right? That's one comment. Imagine this man 6-7 months straight.
But
Come on, man.
This is the funny thing. We're not even talking about the kid who's actually going to be on the floor playing the game. It's a crazy situation.
Magic Johnson and LeBron royalty of basketball in the biggest league in the world could not deal with him.
Couldn't or didn't want to?
Both. It's a distraction. NBL, Australia, the country in itself, they're not ready for him.
Well, we will wait and see. And we will also wait and see what happens around the league in the coming days with free agent signings.
How about this?
Yes.
Australia or China, they said, right?
Yes.
The Chinese will deal with that. One, they'll pay big money. Two, they won't even understand what he's saying. They won't even understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
So if I don't understand what you're saying, I can't be affected by it. Big baller brand, he's going to, marketing-wise, probably build a factory out there, push his company's brand, reality show. It'll make more sense. Weaker competition, it will make more sense for him to go to China than come to a world-class league and his son not do well and y'all get booted out the country.
Right. Okay, look at you. Stay away. We go to China. Speaking of big ballers, Zion Williamson, word came out today that he looks locked and loaded to be part of the USA team that is going to play later this year in the World Cup. But before that, here in August, Marvel Stadium. If that ends up being true, how much fun will it be to see Zion go up against the green and gold?
Well, I want to say a couple of things about that. One, it's a huge bidding war against what sneaker company he's going to sign with, okay? More than likely, he's going to sign with Nike. Who really who's the big sneaker brand sponsor in the NBA? Nike.
Right.
The uniforms, Nike.
Sure.
Right? People don't understand the level of influence a lot of these sneaker companies have. So to already be in bed with the NBA, it's only right to want to push this client that pretty much they'll know already if he's with Nike, what brand he's signed with already. Pay him the $100 million. Send him on a tour already to China and make your money back already off of him with that tour. What is it, 1-2 weeks, however long he's over there. And there you have it. That's business. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And put it on top of this, people like LeBron not coming, blah, blah, blah. Who would you rather see today? LeBron or Zion in Australia? Of course. Even if off the layup line, the stuff he's going to do. One fast break would be better. One fast break with Zion Williams.
Would be worth it.
Would be worth it along with LeBron not coming.
No matter where you're sitting.
No matter where you're sitting.
For real. Now, speaking of guys getting opportunities and getting deals and whatnot, we have to talk about Mitch Creek and Isaac Humphries, two former NBL players. Humphries, Rookie of the Year 2 seasons ago, and in that year, Mitch Creek was the NBL Fans MVP. Creek, another 10-day contract. He's going to Minnesota, Wolf Creek. And also, Isaac Humphries signed for the rest of the regular season with the Atlanta Hawks. Now, let's start with Creek, because here's what I love about this. At this time of this, for me, looking at this is a legit audition. Because at this time of the year, when teams they can't make the playoffs, and they've got a few injuries, and they're looking to play out the season and maybe sign 1 or 2 guys on a 10-day, they're pulling the guys up from their own G League affiliate to reward them and say, hey, you've been great all season. The work you've done here, come up and play a 10-day. They're going across the country. They've watched him play for Long Island. They know all about him, and they're bringing him over to play minutes. I feel like this is a legit audition with the Timberwolves.
Here's what I'm going to say about Mitch Creek. NBL did his thing. Went to Europe, did his thing. Boomers did his thing. G League did his thing. Brooklyn, when he got in, he did what he can do. Went back to the G League, did his thing continuously, continued to do his thing. Now he's going to Minnesota. He's not coming back to Australia. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He is not. We will not see him back in Australia. The mindset alone of this young man is so impressive. Plan A mentality. We will not. The only way we're going to see him again is when he's at that stadium, Marvel Stadium. Then we'll be watching him on TV playing for a team in the NBA. He deserves it. He works too hard. He's on his plan A. The mentality, whether you know me or not, you're going to respect me. You got to respect a man that goes about his business like that and does it the right way. I wish you none but the best, man. Real talk.
Absolutely. You said Tommy Greer's, I mean, he doesn't know how to feel. Right.
Get Sean Long. Get Sean Long.
Well, they're still going to have a hole at the 3 spot. I mean, Creek, as a local, it's an incredible sort of piece to have on your roster. But obviously, we all, including everyone at South East Melbourne, like they say, and we know that that's how they feel. They wish him the best, and I think he's just got a legit chance to really impress here with me. I think he's going to play minutes. This is not mid-season. They're not going to the playoffs. Last week or so of the year, he's going to play minutes. He's going to get an opportunity, and we know what Mitch Creek does. Like you said, when he gets an opportunity. Hats off to Will Weaver as well. New
Shout out to Will Weaver
of the Sydney Kings. They're in the playoffs, the G League playoffs, and wouldn't that look good on his CV if he, in his first year as a head coach in the G League, took that team to the title? Right at the start of the playoffs, Creek gets his opportunity. He says, go, mate. Go with my blessing. This is what it's all about. Go and do your thing. And hopefully we'll keep winning. You can come back and so on and so forth. Isaac Humphries, quickly with the Atlanta Hawks. Another guy, NBL to NBA pathway.
I mean, it's...
Plus the G League in Europe.
It literally just... The story just continues. You know, they all... This is all talent coming from this league. You know, and for Isaac Humphries... Went to the minor leagues after he went to FMP, and before that, he was here, obviously, with Sydney. And he's done well everywhere he's gone, well-deserving. In the minor leagues, in the G League, he's put up big numbers as well. Yep. You know, so it's only right for him to get the opportunity, and congratulations to him as well. And that's what it's about, you know? So, okay, so imagine this. Back to my point. Guys are coming out of this league, putting in work, getting opportunities. This ain't no gimmick. No way. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. Guy gets, look, all publicity ain't good publicity. All money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? And with all due respect, but I understand how this thing could look, all right? Telling you, be careful with that.
Well, we wait over the next few days. I'm sure we're going to hear some big signings from across the league. There are some huge, especially the imports, got known commodities, Sean Long, Mallow Trimble, Casper Ware. Can any of these teams pull? You wouldn't expect they're going to pull them in early, but if one can lock one of those away with maybe an NBA out, that would really rock the boat. And then a whole bunch of locals as well who are still out there. Guy like Majuk Deng in Adelaide, who I'm hearing might be on the way out, headed elsewhere. We wait over the next couple of days, surely, to hear some more word. We will be back next week to catch up on all the moving and shaking. Corey, myself, good luck, Cam, with your recovery. We'll see you soon.